रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। सुंदर विग्रह मेघश्याम सुंदर विग्रह मेघश्याम। गंगा तुलसी शालग्राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। भद्रगिरीश्वर सीताराम भद्रगिरीश्वर सीताराम। भगत जन प्रिय सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। जानकी रमणा सीताराम जानकी रमणा सीताराम। जय जय राघव सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। सीताराम सीताराम। Does the Shastra follow any pattern in the inquiry of Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara? We have different orders. Sometimes it starts with the inquiry into Jiva and then Jagat and Ishvara inquiry go together. Because Jagat and Ishvara are connected by the relationship of cause and effect. Therefore, when Jagat inquiry is done, it is along with the inquiry about Ishvara. So, Jagat is not analyzed for the sake of Jagat. Here we are not studying the cosmology or anything. We are not studying the details of the word. Physics, chemistry is not the subject matter. So, Jagat is studied only to show its connection with Ishvara. So Jiva is studied and Jagat and Ishvara are studied together. Sometimes Jagat and Ishvara are studied first and then Jiva comes into the picture. Both ways we find. But in Bhagavad Gita, the order followed is Jiva inquiry first, Tvam Padartha Vichara, and then Tat Padartha Vichara from 7 to 12 chapter, and then the last, the connection between the two. That is the order followed. But sometimes this creation is presented first and then the Jiva inquiry comes. Like in Chandogya, 6th chapter, this Tat Padartha, Ishvara, Jagat Ishvara Vichara is done first and then Jiva inquiry comes later. Today morning you were talking about glimpse of happiness when subject and object are found, are fused and there is no thought. Please explain this little bit more. What I wanted to say that these moments of happiness are giving us the glimpse of the wholeness which is my true nature. Wholeness means what? Undivided reality. That wholeness is what I really am. But because of my demands, because of my superimposition of happiness on things, I become a demanding person, a wanting person. So I am a wanting person and that object is something wanted by me. Division is created. I am the subject and it is the object. And when there is moment of happiness, at that time a wanting person is resolved. And he is just having the experience of oneness in the sense that appreciation or the experience of the object also is not there. And I am experiencing the object, that thought also is not there. And what is there is just the experience of wholeness. The wholeness is manifesting in that experience. And that gives us the glimpse that I can be of the nature of the wholeness, free from any division, duality. And therefore this experience is useful. But since this experience is not analyzed by us, which is Swamiji used to say nicely, experience by itself is dumb. Only thing we have to have the mind to learn from experience. See, if experience is enlightening people, then all senior people should be highly mature. But I have seen many senior people are very immature. So just because of experience, people don't grow. If a person has the mind to learn from the experience, then only person grows. Otherwise, at the age of 80, same immaturity is there, which was there at the age of 30, 25. So experience can teach if you have a mind to learn. Similarly, here, this experience of the wholeness does not enlighten me. Because I do not analyze this experience, what happened, my I as a subject was not there, object was not there. How does this wholeness comes? Nobody thinks like that. They will be missing, oh, I was so happy, and that happiness went away. Chala gaya. And then, okay, let me have another moment of happiness, another moment of happiness. That is how we are busy. And therefore, it gives us glimpse, but it does not give us knowledge good enough to make me free from going after the objects, finding the fullness in the objects, that my hunt for happiness in the world outside is not stopped because of this glimpse. So glimpse has got a very peculiar status. It glimpse, because of this glimpse of this wholeness, I have some hope. Unknowingly, I have got some hope that one day I will be able to get fullness. And this glimpse are not good enough to make me free from the notion of seeking happiness, fullness in the world outside. It is something in between. it is not making me free from that struggle to be happy from the world outside, and it is helping me to keep on having this hope for fullness one day. That is why we use this particular experience to show that this desire is not easy, desire cannot be given up. How do we know we have attained Chitta Shuddhi? When you have Chitta Shuddhi, then one thing, your life will be governed by sense of appropriateness in every situation. You do what is to be done, and you don't do if it is not to be done. That is one thing. Another thing is, you will have less conflicts with the world, less conflicts with yourself. And one more sign is, you will have desire for Atmajnanam more and more. You will have more interest in spiritual pursuit, less interest in other things. That is the sign of Chitta Shuddhi. All right. And your mind will go to this pursuit of Vedanta, and it will enjoy the pursuit. It will not feel, oh my God, 4 classes, Swamiji, every day, some discount, 25% discount. So, you will not ask for discount. Yeah. You love to study, you love to do contemplation. That is a sign of Chitta Shuddhi. Please tell us the technical definition of Dhanam, which you mentioned in the evening class. The definition is Swasya Swatva Parityaga Purvaka Parasya Swatva Apadanam. That is a Sanskrit definition. What does it mean? Did you write? Could you write? Swasya Swatva Parityaga Purvakam. You know Sanskrit, so you can write. Swasya Swatva Parityaga Purvakam Parasya Swatva Apadanam. Means what? For example, I give you this pen, okay? I have to think of what I can give. I say bike I give, I cannot give. So, suppose I pen. So, suppose I have Swatva. Swatva means ownership on this pen. So, I don't know I can have, but I have ownership. Or at least clip I have. Clip I have got ownership. Suppose I have. Then I give you. Then I am Swaswatva, ownership of oneself. Parityaga Purvakam, I give up. I said, now onwards, I will not call this clip as my clip. Not even former, like former they have, no, like former husband, former wife. Not it is my former clip, I will not say. Swaswatva Parityaga Purvakam. Having given up my ownership completely on this clip, and I will say, now onwards, this is your clip. I say this positively. This is your clip. Parasya Swatva Apadanam. Swatva means ownership. I bring about the ownership of others. I say, now onwards, it will not be mine, it will be yours and yours only. Unless you give it to someone, but from my side, I am withdrawing. My ownership I am withdrawing, and I am declaring your ownership on this. Then I have given this clip to you. If I say that you can use it as long as you want, then it is not called Dhanam. Why? Because I have not given up my Swatva. Anytime I can withdraw. So it is like giving the property on rent. It is not called Dhanam. Oh, I have given this property to the tenant. It is not Dhanam. Even though tenant thinks that I is Dhanam only, I will not go. So, but at least many tenants do like that. But at least the owner doesn't think that way. So it is not called Dhanam. Dhanam is when I withdraw my Swatvam and I Apadanam, I do it. That is, this technical definition is used in the Kathopanishad story, that whether Nachiketa was fully transferred to Yamaraja or not. Those who know the story of Nachiketa in Kathopanishad. He said, father said, I am giving it to Yamaraja. Whether Nachiketa was given to Yamaraja or not, the Nachiketa's father, Vajashravasa, whether he gave Nachiketa to Yamaraja or not, that one Swamiji said, no, Dhanam is not complete. Why? He has given up his Svatva, but Yamaraja has not taken up. The other person has to take it up. Yes, I am taking it. Then only Dhanam is complete. If somebody said, I am not taking, then Dhanam is not complete. Parasya Svatva Apadanam, other person has to accept it. Then only it is complete. So that's why they say Nachiketa Dhanam was not done. Because officially only one part. Alright. So Dhanam is called that. Just I explained why my point was not to give you this, confuse you or bother you with Sanskrit definition. What point I wanted to highlight was that when you give it completely. Don't hold, continue your hold on the thing. I have given. Once I remember that once I had taken some sweet for Swamiji, the teacher with whom I have studied, Swami Brahmatmananji. And he was opening the box. And when he was opening, I was feeling that he is opening in such a way, he wanted to open very carefully. But I was feeling that he is opening, perhaps these sweets may fall off. I said, Swamiji, it may fall off. He said, you have given me, no? That's over. I love it to hear this. He said, you have given me, no? Therefore, I remember this. So, ऐसे सीखे हम. This is how I have learned that full give up. So, he told me that now you cannot say that how to open. You have given me. Oh, I said, yes. So, it is a nice thing to learn. Okay. What is the state of a person who has attained the Chitta Naishalyam? His mind is available to focus on what needs to be focused on. His mind is available to focus on the subject matter which needs to be focused on. Means it is available. So, sometimes what happens that some gadgets, they work when they want. When we start, it doesn't work. When all of a sudden we thought it will not work, it starts working. So, then it is not having our mastery over that. Focused mind is the mind, or the Chitta Naishalyam is when you can concentrate on something for a sufficient length of time on a given subject matter. Mind doesn't go elsewhere. It is available. Otherwise, 12:25, oh Swamiji, what today lunch, what will be there? Special item, what tomorrow Guru Purnima, what menu? So, tomorrow very big menu is there. This I am telling you. You have to tell me in the evening how many items were there. Please count and tell me. That many items are there. So, mind start thinking. Fortunately, tomorrow afternoon, around 12:30, class is not there. So, no problem. But mind goes there. What will be there for breakfast? What will be there for dinner? What my son will be doing? Has he taken lunch, or he might have taken lunch? I think he needs to be told. Otherwise, he is very lazy. So, here Swami said you are Brahman, Nitya Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta. And you are there as a father, mother, etc. So, your mind is available. Availability of the mind to focus on the given subject matter. That shows there is a Chitta Naishalyam. It doesn't mean that the whole day your mind should be remain on Brahman. That we don't expect. But for 1 hour or so, this mind is available and minimum distraction. We don't expect that 100% time it will be available. We should be reasonable. So, at least 60, 70, 80% it is available. Then we call it the Yav Chitta Naishalyam. Kindly explain the Swadharma Anushtanam. How can it be tapas? Because if you are doing your Swadharma Anushtanam well, it will involve lot of tapas. Why? To do your duty, keeping your ragadvesha aside, is not an easy job. We are taking so many exemptions from our duty, so it looks easy. Oh, Swamiji, now Swadharma, oh, what is there? Why? Because we are not doing exactly what is to be done. If you are really doing what is to be done, then it will involve lot of sacrifice. It will involve lot of, pushing yourself. Even when you feel like, withdrawing, you have to continue, you have to push yourself to do it. And that requires tapas. It requires a mind frame where you don't give in. It's called dhritihi, the capacity to hold on. And that is tapas. So, Swadharmanushtanam, with all difficulties involved in Swadharmanushtanam, we put up without complaint, then it becomes tapaha. You keep on complaining, then it is not tapas. In fact, that clause we have to add. So, following one's duties and putting up with or accepting the difficulties involved without complaint, that will become tapasa. Are there pancha yagna same as pancha runas? Generally, we don't talk about pancha runas, we talk about 3 runas. But it is not, runa means debt. Debt is repaid by the pancha yagnas. If at all we call pancha runa, this debt is called, in Sanskrit, called runa. So, pancha runa means 5 debts, and 5 debts are repaid by these 5 yagnas. But generally in Shastra, Manusmriti and all, they talk about 3 debts: the Pitru, Devata, Pitru, Rishi and Devatas. So 3 runas are there that we do, but by extension we can do this too also. Alright, so the questions are not there. Anybody has any question? Yes.
When I heard the word Swadharma, in the 18th chapter I am reminded of a sloka which says the karma has 5 factors in it. Aham, Karanam, Karanam.
Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha pruthak vidam vividasya pruthak cheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam. Yes.
So here Swadharma means, isn't it giving the doer's sense? Isn't it giving the doership for the dharma?
Yeah. See, Swadharma concept is there when a person has doership. See, doership, it cannot be given up so easily. First you have to prepare your mind for receiving the knowledge of the self, then you can give up doership. From the laziness to this giving up doership is not the transit. That is not the journey. From tamoguna, you can never go to sattva-guna. Tamoguna means laziness. From that, you cannot go to contemplativeness or renunciation of doership. In between, Swadharma is there where doership is accepted. So, accepting doership, we are talking about Swadharma. And it is not that doership you have to bring in for doing Swadharma. Doership already we have. It is not, Shastra doesn't have to say, now onwards, please think yourself to be a doer and do your duties. Shastra doesn't have to say. Why? We already have doership. Doership is by default, is natural. It is there because of ignorance. And since we have doership, Shastra uses our doership to refine our mind so that we are ready for the knowledge to discover that I am a karta. That is the idea. All right, anybody else?
Swamiji, morning you made a statement, self-inadequacy. Self-inadequacy leads to self-non-acceptance. Am I correct that understanding?
Yes, correct.
Is it due to the body consciousness that a jiva is having, or is it due to ignorance?
Both. Okay,
Fundamental.
I will explain that, yes. Self-inadequacy or sense of limitation is there because I am identifying with something which is limited. In the vision of Vedanta, I am limitless. But I am identifying with the limited, and therefore I myself feel limited. So, identifying with the body, mind, sense complex, what you said, body consciousness. So, body consciousness means body identification. So, because of the identification with the body, which is limited, I feel limited. It is, I generally give this example. There is a person who is relatively wealthy, means he doesn't have any problem for his livelihood, and he can take care of his children, he is take care of his wife, everything okay, house rent, everything. So he is leading a comfortable life financially. But now he is associated with some organization which is not in good shape financially. And he identifies with that organization so deeply that he all the time thinking, what, how will I get fund? How will I get fund? Moment he sees somebody, please give fund. One person was telling me this, that person became my example. That you yourself don't have problem, but you identify with something which has got problem. Then what? You have problems. So similarly, I by myself, I consciousness am free from limitations, but I identify with the body, mind, sense complex which has got limitations. Therefore, what happens? Body, mind, sense complex limitations become my limitations, and therefore I have got sense of inadequacy. Now further, how do I or why do I identify with the body, mind, sense complex? The answer is ignorance. I do not know true nature of myself, therefore I identify with the body, mind, sense complex, therefore sense of inadequacy is there. Is it clear? Okay. Yes, yeah. Okay, there, first you give there, then we'll come it here. Bring it here.
Pranam Swamiji.
Yes.
See that I would like to live a cool, calm, corrected life. So in front of me, I'm seeing something not good happening. For example, say a girl is walking, somebody is misbehaving. In such a situation, how should I behave?
What, something not happening which is good?
Which is not correct.
Okay.
Say, suppose a girl is walking, somebody is trying to misbehave.
Okay.
But I want to live a cool, calm, corrected life. So how do I handle that? Should I handle it or not handle it?
Yes. If you happen to be there and you are capable of doing it, please do it. If you can help, please help. But you make sure that you are in the position to help. If he is having a gun in his hand, and if you think that you cannot handle his gun, then you think, still you try your best, try to distract him and all. But don't get carried away by the situation. Your what is called intention to help should be fructified in effective manner. वो हिंदी में बोलते हैं जोश में भी होश रखना चाहिए. Means when you are having some emotional fervor, that time also you should not lose your discrimination. But definitely you should do whatever you can do in that situation, but intelligently. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Pranam Mahaprabhuji. It's a follow-up question. What you said about dhanam, about things is okay, but about edible things and all is okay. But we do kanya dhanam. How is it applicable to kanya dhanam there?
See, it was considered in those days that girl, the daughter, is given by the Lord to the person to take care, and it is to be handed over to the person whom she belongs. So, if you know that our some of the rituals, in that this son-in-law is looked upon as Vishnu, and in fact father-in-law means the father of the daughter will be doing puja to that person. Father puja. So, because at least that day we look upon, afterwards we can shout at him, at least that time, it's a very good attitude that the girl who was there with me is Lakshmi, and Lakshmi belongs to Vishnu, so I am giving her to whom she belongs. That is why it is called Kanya Danam, giving the Kanya to this person whom it belongs to.
Question is, I have two daughters. If I do Kanya Danam, I should not interfere in their lives. Is it what I need to understand?
Kanya Danam,
Once
again?
I do Kanya Danam, I should not be interfering what is going to happen in their lives. Is it going to apply that way?
No, it is not that. See, it is, you don't interfere. If you are using the word interfere means what? This getting involved unnecessarily, getting involved causing conflict. That you should not do in anybody's life, much less your daughter's life. But it is not that these sons, once they are married, I don't care for them, or they should not feel that now mom is not there for me. In fact, you should always tell them that I am there for you. Anything happens, I am there for you. In olden days, they used to have this thinking in India, wrong thinking, that once you are married, you should be there only. Either your dead body should come, or something like that. So, or you should, we don't want to see you. Like that, that's a wrong thinking. In fact, parents should tell that whatever happens, we are here to understand you. Whenever you need this any sharing, you want to share anything, any difficulty, we are there with you. We are always there with you. Otherwise, they are cornered, and sometimes they commit suicide, and all this thing happens. So we always, parents are always parents. It is not that married means they wash their hands off and go. That's not correct. It's parents are parents. We continue to take care of them. But we don't interfere. Many mothers, they interfere in the life of their daughters, marriage life. And therefore what happens, the daughter's life is messed up. So mother should not say that you don't cooperate with them, you always go by what you want, you should control them, they should not control you. That type of sanskara should not be given. That is a wrong thing. You can say that let us live in harmony, let us have life of sacrifice, but at the same time, we have to protect our dignity. All these things, both we should say. Our emphasis should be on harmony. Try to have some sacrifice, try to adjust, try to have harmony. But if you are feeling cornered or something, they are pushing you to beyond a limit, we are always there with you. That should be there. All right, anybody else?
Brother will be putting the rice flakes into the...
See, one thing is I don't have first-hand experience. So, little bit theoretical knowledge is there. So,
Brother will say, basically to say that we will still look after you.
maybe must be that. I will try. Since you are told, I will do some research on that. Yes, but it's a good thing. So, see, girl, it's not a small thing. I really admire women for that. Where they were for 20 years, 25 years, they leave everything and go to other house. And nowadays they know each other and all, but in those days, many times they have not seen each other well. And they go there and accept them, all different culture, different values, not values, but at least different systems, different ways of doing things. So it's not a small thing. So she really requires support. And therefore, all the family members of the girl should support. because she should have some backup to fall back on. So it's a very important thing. All these things are very useful. But most of the time when these things are happening, neither brother knows what he is saying, neither girl knows what he is assured to. So, but it should be explained. Yeah. But unfortunate things are those who know about all this, they don't get married. And those who get married, they don't know all this. Yes, we know all the, I mean, I have studied all this, what all the meaning of the marriage mantras. Very beautiful mantras are there. But not much use. Whereas those who are supposed to, only for giving some video I gave, one student was getting married, so I did, that time I did that mantra study, all marriage mantras and all. Such a beautiful concept is there. All right. So, any other? All right, if you don't have question, I have questions. Huh? Huh? Yes, yes. तुच्छ बुद्ध्या नृपादेः पदे विरक्तः. तुच्छ बुद्ध्या नृपादेः पदे विरक्तः सन् यत् पदमाप्नोति तद् ब्रह्महमस्मि. Yes. All right, so I will ask questions. Whoever wants to answer can answer, okay? What is the name of the text we are studying in the morning? Can raise. Very simple question. I start always simple to bring you around. What is? Can anybody tell? Okay, Prema, tell. Okay, very good. What is the meaning of Upanishad? Primary meaning of Upanishad? Please raise. Don't give the answer. Raise the hand. Yes, Sampath. Atma Vidya. How do we derive this meaning Atma Vidya or Brahma Vidya from the word Upanishad? इंग्लिश में बोलिए. हाँ. What removes samsara? So you tell me full definition. All combining all three you tell. Again you tell me. What gives you the knowledge? Prachi. Yes, okay. Okay, anybody who would like to, a little accuracy is less. Okay, chhod. Anybody would like to try? Yes. Please don't read and tell. Then there is no exam. No, you are out. Yeah. Honest, those who have not seen, they only should raise the hand, okay? No, that's not there. Okay, anybody? Okay. Anybody? Current, can you try? Okay, correct. So, a little bit more accurate. But I also did not tell you with so much accuracy. Now I will tell you. The accuracy has got some levels, Okay. Brahma Vidya or Atma Vidya, Vidya means knowledge. Knowledge of Brahman or knowledge of Atma is called Upanishad because it is it is about the self, and it is well ascertained knowledge, and it destroys, wears out the undesirable and destroy the cause of bondage and makes me attain what I am seeking. Therefore, this Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya is called Upanishad. That is the accurate answer. All right. So, what is the secondary meaning of the word Upanishad? No. No, you are correct, but the text. Text to be precise. Text refers to the word. Book means a book. So further it will be secondaries. So it is thirdary. So okay, yes. Okay, what is the example I gave to show that Upanishad text, the text also can be referred by the word Upanishad. What is the example given to explain that even the text can be called Upanishad? What is the example given? What is the example? What? Okay. So here, इतना आसान नहीं होता है. Anybody else? See, I mean, this is a good exercise, no? So you can know. But I hope it doesn't create complex in you, no? Not okay. Then okay. Okay. What is the question you are answering? What is the question? You gave answer something different. You have to tell, answer means full answer you have to give, no? All right. So the example was Ayurveda Ghritam. Ghee is called longevity. Even though it is not longevity, but since it is the means for longevity, it is called longevity. Similarly, the text is not Brahma Vidya, therefore it cannot be called Upanishad. But since the text is the means for Brahma Vidya, which is called Upanishad, therefore text also is called Upanishad. Clear? Okay. All right. What is the first topic discussed in almost every Upanishad? No, if anybody answers without my telling, is out. There are rules of the game. Yes. No, I am telling her. No. Yes, correct. That is part. But what is the name of the topic? Okay. In introduction, what all things are covered? Anybody can tell? In introduction itself, we had covered few topics, no? No, please don't answer. Without being told, don't answer. Anybody? Little bit more accurate. Yes. Yes, Kiran. Huh? Ah. It is jumbled up. I knew that it is jumbled up. The morning evening class jumbled up. Both are 3, no? Therefore. Anybody? Ek, do. Yes. You have read it? Then please don't tell. No. Let us be honest. Please give the answer without seeing. Then only give answer. Sampath, you have seen or without seeing? Oh, well, good. Tell me answer. Little bit. I took 5 minutes almost for that. Okay. Oh, please, please, please. Your turn will come. Okay, okay. Ah.
Sir, moksha, finding, discovering moksha as the ultimate purushartha.
Ah, okay. Then?
And the moksha sadhana means for the training.
Okay. And Jnana sadhana. Yes. No, that is not there. So, 4 things I talked about. One is limitations of other purushartha. Moksha alone is parama purushartha. And moksha is by jnanam. And how jnanam is to be, it were 5 points. How jnanam is to be attained by shravana, manana, nididhyasanam. Whole pursuit clarity. And the means for preparing for knowledge. And that is chitta shuddhi, chitta naishalyam by karma yoga and upasana. These are the topics covered in what? Introduction. All right. What was the second topic? Huh? So what the topic name I had given, no? What is that? The vision of truth. The knowledge of truth. That is the central topic. Under that, we had started. We have not completed. How many steps we have completed? In the second topic, how many we have completed? Okay. Tell me, what are the points? In the vision of truth, we covered 2. Mainly we covered 2. What are they? Huh? Jiva Swarupa Vichara. Who am I? First. Then, what is Jagat? What is Ishvara? Second. All right, so I think it is enough. So, I wish you to have good sleep. Otherwise, huh? No, we talked about this too. And so many questions. I can ask questions. In the course, I do that 1 hour I do. So, that is what I am good in that. So, how to ask questions? I am a born teacher. So, to me, it comes very easily. So, yes. It will come, don't worry. Yes. Before you leave the gate, it will come. I think I told perhaps, but I even not told, don't worry. Yes, I will tell. Yes. All right, so today 10 minutes exemption. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo हाँ